Here's part 2 of canning our homemade cranberry juice using the steam juicer. In the last part, I mentioned that I should not have stirred the cranberries, and this is exactly why. You could see that some of the pulp made it into the juice because I did that, but it was an easy fix. Just pour it through some cheesecloth, and it was back to being absolutely pure and clean again. All of the juice here was from the first 2 strains, and then I do a 3rd strain from the juicer, which is what this is, and I just put it directly into this pot again with the strainer cheesecloth, so that way I didn't have to pour it again. And now this is the taste test, including the sugar this time, because if you watch part 1, you know that the sugar didn't get stirred in at first, but now it has, but it is still a little tart, and that's because this is more of a concentrate than just straight drinking juice. So right there, I was testing a good mixture of the concentrate with water, and a 50-50 was perfect. Also, save all of the scraps from the cranberries, because in another video, I'll show you what to do with all of those. In the meantime, I started getting my jars all ready with the lids in the canner. I like to use quart jars for this, and so I prepped 7 quart jars in the canner, which is the maximum that my canner can hold. I started filling up my jars. You can can this as a concentrate, but I wanted to can it as a ready to drink juice. So I did in these jars, half of it was with the cranberry concentrate and half of it with hot water that I had already had going in my kettle. So that way I have 7 quarts. That's what this ended up making, was 7 quarts of ready to drink cranberry juice. But like I said, you can it in smaller quantities in a concentrate form as well, and just add the water after you open the jar. It's just a personal preference. I forgot to mention we are water bath canning these. This is not a pressure can recipe, and once you get all of your juice in there, go ahead and wipe the rims with white vinegar to make sure that your lid has a good seal on it, and then adjust your 2-piece lids to fingertip tight. We want to make sure that the lids don't buckle when they go to seal, so do not crank down on the lids. But I gotta say, look how gorgeous these turned out. This is just a 3-ingredient recipe. It's just the cranberries, the water, and the sugar. And these are shelf stable for up to 2+ years. Not only is this super cost effective, but you know what's going into these jars without all of those extra non-necessary ingredients in them. So like I said, I did get 7 quarts out of this, but I also got a pint out of it as well. That pint is not getting processed in here. It just went into the refrigerator. And I did process these in the water bath canner for 25 minutes. Turn off your stove, let it stop bubbling on its own, remove the lid, wait 10 minutes, then pull them out of the canner, and there you have it. You have your homemade cranberry juice that is shelf stable for 2+ years.